Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Tonight, we've got something in store for you for the first time ever. Hutchinson Motorsports TV doing some IMSA style racing. In the booth with me tonight, Christian Taylor. Christian, how you feeling about this place?
I'm just feeling fired up. Sebring's brutal, bumpy, and always an amazing race. They have the cars dialed in. The place is packed, and I'm ready to get this show underway. And, you know, this is an old World War II era bombing training base, so we're going to set it on fire tonight. Let's make some magic happen.
Yeah, Christian, you were doing some studying earlier about this area. Did you learn anything else about this place?
So this track opened in 1950, making it one of the oldest continuous operating racetracks in the United States. It was built on the site of Hendricks Army Airfield, which, like I said, is a World War II B-17 bomber training base. The most famous configuration is the one we're racing tonight, is a 3.74-mile course with 17 turns.
Wow, that's great to know. You know, Christian, we are big, die-hard IMSA fans here at Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Nobody knows more about IMSA racing than yours truly.
Absolutely, Blake, and I'm going to keep you on your toes. We're going to make sure we get the turns right tonight. You know, we're going to start, you know, going around the track, turn by turn, and you're going to get these turns right, okay?
Oh, Christian, trust me, I know this track like the back of my hand. I can tell you each turn.
All right, what is number 17? What's turn 17's called?
Clearly the hairpin, Christian.
Nope, that's Sunset Bend. Hairpin is number 7.
Well, close enough. But nonetheless, though, we're starting to grid up now, Christian. Refresh my memory. Do we do rolling starts here? Or we stopped, or what's going on?
We will be doing rolling starts. We're gonna be gridding up, probably on the backstretch. I don't know if they got the quick grid selected.
Here we go. Looks like we're just getting gridded up and just about ready to roll. Hutchinson Motorsports TV bringing you the action live right here on a Sunday night. Racing here with the Motor City Racing Series. Going to be multi-class racing. 3 leagues there, as you can see on your screen. I'm sorry, 3 classes. We got GTP there in the yellow, in the light blue LMP2, and then GT3 in the pink. Christian, which one is your favorite class?
You know, GTP being the fastest, you're going to see them ripping around the track. However, I think I have more experience in the GT3 thanks to some, endurance races with Bandit Motorsports there. But gotta keep an eye on the LMP2s though. Kind of middle ground. They're gonna be the ones to watch us. It looks like an exciting field right there.
Yeah, a jam-packed field. I'm looking through the field. Looks like, Christian, we've got almost 40 cars, 38 signed in here tonight, and it looks like we've got more, is it GT3s than any of them?
GT3s round out 17 of the field. LMP2s have 16, and then the GTPs is the smallest tonight with only 5 cars, but that don't mean there's not going to be any electrifying racing in that class.
Yeah, gonna be interesting. For some reason, just those GTP cars aren't as popular, even though they are the fastest out of the bunch. You're gonna see those guys out front, but it's gonna be a jam-packed racing here. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We got some noticeable names, Christian. Looking through the field, we see Peyton Barfield. He is an oval specialist trying this this GTP car out, and then we also have the youngster Logan Festischen. After he just got done at Watkins Glen, he rushes home to hop in an LMP2 and race here at Sebring.
Talking about some epic names though, do you see our chat tonight is electrifying? We got Logan Position in the chat, like you just said, AMF in the chat too, and there was one name that I happened to notice. I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the way. QT. I want everyone to turn your attention to QT and go say thank you right now. Say thank you. He's a founding member of MCR, and he made this broadcast possible tonight with his donation to the league. QT, you're an absolute legend. Well, Blake, is he the GOAT? I think he's the GOAT.
Absolutely, QT. I was talking with QT the other day, and he was giving me some great pointers about this track, and honestly, he's probably one of the best in the business.
Yep, anything he says, you make sure to take notes on, Blake. But look at the field. We are gridding up. We are rolling out. These cars are going to get spaced out. We don't start all together. We start, separated by classes here in IMSA. I bet you didn't know that, did you?
Oh, obviously I did, Christian. Again, I know everything about IMSA. But, folks, it's time for tonight's starting lineup. Let's get the music in the background. Motor City Racing Multi-Class IMSA Series tonight. Starting lineup on your front row. We got Sam Trotter in the 55 on his outside. The 57 of Michael IRacing.
And in row number 2, Christopher Damkler. In to his outside, Peyton Barfield in the 44.
And rounding out the field for the GTP is going to be Owen Prajapati in the 9. And then starting off the field for your LMP2s, going to be Taylor Gayhart, Daniel Nons, Michael Hickman. Christian, go ahead.
You got KC in the 88. Casey Catola is his name. Marcus Taylor in the 71. Scene Agnes in the 332. And Iron Drennan in the 96 car.
Starting 13th overall, Matthew Elmore, Mason Ellis. We got John Espada, Logan Festischen, Graham Gorley, and Puddles. Don't count out Puddles. He is known around these parts. Followed by Jordan Miller, Nate Bejnarowski, I don't know. And Christian, go ahead.
And then also finishing off that class was, did you finish P21 there?
I did not. Go ahead.
Nate Odorowski in the 36. And now for your GT3 class, Alex Landau in the 72 car, Cody Williams in the 12, Corey Staroff in the 25, Tyler Merritt in the 38, Caleb Uleramo in the 35. Blake, take it away.
Hunter Herrera in the 27. Then you got Marco Benetti in the 22, followed by Eric Jeffrey, Julian Padilla, Braden Beck, Samuel Andrews, Steven Taylor, Jake Young, Arthur Remaz, and Logan Manor, Michael Ford, and rounding out the field, starting dead last, he is from Australia. It's Anthony Roach. There's your starting lineup. Christian, how you feeling about this one?
Well, you know, I'm feeling a lot better about this race than I was about pronouncing some of those last names. I'm just going to apologize to everyone in this field. I know we butchered your name, but nonetheless, we're going to be racing better than we pronounce names.
Yeah, you know, folks, we're just hopping in this series for the first time. I'd say we're going to learn your names, but, you know, there's just so many of you. We got some different names out there. We'll do our best. But, Christian, how soon until we drop the hammer and go green? When's that pace car going to get out of the way so we can get rolling?
They are currently rolling down the Ullman Straight. We're going to take the right-hand turn around the sweeping Sunset bend, then we're going to head down the front stretch to your start-finish line. They are making the final turn before the green flag comes out and the safety car gets out of the way. Blake, we are going green right now.
We are just about ready to roll in front of a sold-out crowd here at Sebring for the first time ever. IMSA Racing, Hutchinson Motorsports TV, green flag in the air as the GTPs rip it down the front stretch.
The GTP class taking the green flag, followed by the LMP2 class, going to be making it to the line right now.
And we're on board
with your race leader.
As Sam Trotter, your race leader, feeling good about his chances here, heading into the corner. Let's see how friendly these guys continue to roll. Going to the right rear as we got one off the track.
One off the track, indeed. These tires, you know, when they're cold, they are, you know, something else. They are like ice. And Peyton Barfield from Barfield Motorsports, you know, the right-hand turner, just trying to make something work here.
As we drop back here to the second class LMP2s, Tyler Gayhart out here leading the pack. Christian, I believe he was last season's champion here in MCR. He's definitely one to watch. Oh, he spins out!
Oh, no. We got some carnage all over the place.
Boy.
I'm trying to investigate a crash, and then there was another one.
The favorite of the LMP2 class, he just turns it himself into the corner. Must have been pushing those cold tires a little bit early. Let's drop back a little bit. Check out your GT3 leader. Gonna be Alex Lalonde. Now, Christian, out of these cars, which one is your favorite to drive? I mean, I haven't drove them much. I prefer the GT3s, but again, I am no road racer.
You know, I was actually doing some practice before the race. I was in a GTP myself. I like the, you know, the kind of the aero package in that car. It just glues you right down to the track as long as you have some warm tires. If you go out there just out of the gate like we are right now with cold tires, it is slick as ice.
Absolutely. And then Alex Lalonde out there, he is in that Ford Mustang. I believe it's a Mustang. Hell, I don't know, but it is bad, fast out front, holding off the car in second. What is that, a Mercedes?
That car in second place in the GT3 class is a Mercedes. Cody Williams in the 12 car from Mach 1 Motorsports. Taking it down to Ullman Straight right now.
And he's heading down in a vortex lane, turning to the straight right.
That's not the vortex lane, Blake. That again is Sunset Bend. We worked on this.
And heading down the straightaway here. Looking good. There's your GT3 car. Let's hop back out front, see how your GTPs are doing as Sam Trotter is leading the pack. What kind of car is that, Christian?
Sam Trotter is driving an Acura GTP right now. One of two.
Boy, Sam Trotter, he appears to be a big anime fan with that there. As we got a meatball there. Looks like Nate Bijnarowski. I don't know how to say his name, but it doesn't matter anymore because he is young.
We actually had a pretty big crash in the GT3 field as we went green. You see the graveyard right here. I don't know if you have any notes from that 23 car, or excuse me, that pink car right there.
There's Nate.
Paint.
Let's take a look, see how Nate Bednarski, or however you say it, just junked his race car. Oh, he just overshot it. Oh, my.
Oh, that was a hard hit. Nate's already probably out of this race.
Yeah, he's basically done. Christian, let's, I'm going to go back a little bit more. We got Sam Andrews. See how he junked it. This is on the start, so this is probably what we're talking about.
Yeah.
This is the start. Oh, they doored each other. Oh, my God. That was a side slapper if I've ever seen it, Christian. Sam Andrews couldn't even get to turn one. He toes it. Hey, Sam, you might be in Canada, but your car's junk.
That was a real lead diffie, as he said today, a side slapper. I've never heard it before in my life until today. Watkins Glen in the NASCAR Cup Series. Blake, what did you think of the side slapper race?
Boy, it was a great side slapper. And speaking of which, checking out, you know, the Hutchinson Motorsports TV chat is booming right now here on YouTube. We've got over 30 watching, which is pretty good for an iRacing broadcast. And folks, we have a name for our chat tonight. It is known as the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Paddock. Welcome aboard to the HMS TV Paddock. We appreciate you tuning in. Be sure to drop a comment, click the like button on the video, and click the subscribe button because we appreciate you guys tuning in here, spending your your Sunday night here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV.
You know, I'm so proud of you, Blake. Using IMSA terms, you call it the paddock. That's amazing. You know, I'm so you're getting there, buddy. You're getting there.
Oh yeah, we're looking good. Let's take a look here at Logan Festishin. He is normally an oval racer. He's trying his luck out here in the LMP2. He is a real mid-packer, but it could be going worse for him.
You know, he's really proud. He says he's got that direct drive wheel now. It's supposed to make him so much faster. But if you're the fast guy, how are you driving at night, Blake?
I don't know. And you know, Christian, I think he told me, what did he spend on that wheel? Like $700 or $800?
I don't even know. I just know that, you know, if you're gonna pay something like that for it, it better make you miraculously better, and the results are in the pudding.
I don't think they're in the pudding at all. You know, Logan Festishin, that wheel did absolutely nothing for you because you're still slow.
Well, nonetheless, let's look through the field. This Puddle's doing that 17.
Yeah, you know, fans' favorite Puddles. You know, everybody in the chat wondering what is Puddles doing. You know, I was talking to a big fan earlier, and he said, you know, Blake, nobody's ever told me who is Puddles, what is his name. And honestly, nobody in the garage knows. His name is just Puddles.
I actually asked him his real name tonight, Blake. You know what he said?
What's that, Christian?
He was like, and walked away. So we will never know Puddles, his real name.
Yeah, well, Puddles in the 7 car. He is mysterious, and I hate to say it, he's not very fast either. He's running 12th right now out of 15 cars on the track for the LMP2 class, as Nate Bednarski is junk.
Puddles, he also always wears his sunglasses too. Even in his visor, he has his sunglasses on.
He is one cool cat, but let's check out your race leader for the GT3s, Alex Lalonde in that bad fast Ford Mustang. He is out front right now. Let's see how big of a lead he is out front, Christian, as we've got all the stops here tonight. Going to pull up the HMS TV interval numbers right here.
They are on the board right now. He has a 1.3 second lead over Cody Williams in the second position, followed by Tyler Merritt, who is right there close to him.
And I'm pulling up even some more info because we got so many stats here at Hutchinson Motorsports TV, you wouldn't believe it. Pulling up the top speed, and you can kind of compare the cars here. As you see up top, GTPs all at about 182, and then the following class there, LMP2, 164, and the GT3s not much lower than the LMP2s, 159.
36 of Nate Orowski's having some pedal issues. I'm hearing in the chat. He's trying to get it around the track. He's struggling right now, but I think he's got it back in line there. He said it all was out of whack.
Yeah, hopefully we can get that car rolling here tonight, folks. And as you might have noticed here on the board, it is a 1-hour race. For those of you new to the IMSA style racing, we aren't doing laps. We're doing a timed race here tonight. We're just 7 minutes and 45 seconds in. We're not even a sixth of the way done.
Definitely going to be a nice distance of a race there. So grab your snacks, grab your ice cold.
CK's
Oh, got a wreck on the back.
CK
Oh,
just
no.
got jumped. Let's see what happens.
That
here.
is, CK is the race admin, the owner of this series. Let's see.
Heads into the corner.
Oh,
he
he
just
gets
got
jumped.
Yeah, he just got flat out jumped. Who was
The
that?
71.
71. That is Marcus Taylor in the front. Just jumps the league owner, CK. He says, you know what, CK, I'm just going to junk you. And he turns him, gives him a big old side slap there, Christian.
That was unfortunate. Marcus Taylor driving off to the sunset. Hopefully CK doesn't have too much damage.
Well, here's your overall race leader and the GTP leader, Sam Trotter out front. He's got a 5-second lead on Michael iRacing for the second spot there. That anime fan is bad fast. Sam Trotter loves anime, but he is quick.
Definitely quick indeed. FFR Mismatch in the chat asking how do you sign up for this series. I want you to go down to the subscription right now, hit our Discord, join the HMS TV Discord, and in that Discord you'll find a link to all of our leagues. They are single drivers in this. They do not team race in this league here. But anyway, get in there. If you cannot find it, shoot Christian Taylor a message in that Discord and I'll get you to it.
Gaius Octavius just subscribed to Hutchinson Motorsports TV. He is the new GOAT. Ladies and gentlemen, put a W in the chat because he just made the greatest decision of his life. Welcome.
Absolutely. If you want to be a GOAT too, hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you like and comment on this stream.
As we jump around through the field right now, Ian Drennan in the LMP2 class, currently running 4th in the class. Pretty good night for him, but a long way to go here, Christian. I'm going to be intrigued to see when these pit cycles start because we have no clue how often these guys are going to need to pit.
I used to know some of the facts, but I actually tried to race this league a couple seasons back, and I learned very quickly when something zoomed by me and it frightened me. I was like, whoa, what was that? I asked my team owner, Mike Poole, at the time. He was like, Christian, that was the other cars. That was Mike Poole, the Canadian. He's not racing here tonight, but he told me that was the other cars, and I realized I did not belong here turning right.
Absolutely. As we continue to go through the field here, let's see what else is going on. Christian, who have you been noticing in this GT3 class the most?
I've kind of been keeping my eye on the leader, to be honest. Alex he's worked his way up to a 2-second lead, putting on a clinic. The only other class with a bigger lead right now is Sam Trotter in the GTP class. He was up to, and it vanished on me, but he was up to like 6 seconds almost.
And as we pull up the big movers here, looking through the board, your hard chargers trying to find who's moved up the most. Looks like it is the 6th place car in the GT3 class. Logan Manor has gone up 9 positions since the start of this race. He is headed to the front.
Look at Logan position. That new wheel of his, he is charging to the front. Look how many positions he's gained, Blake.
That is 1. Because a guy wrecked. We had Daniel Nons wreck, so literally Logan has passed not a soul out there tonight.
On board with Logan Maynard here, seeing if he can get around that 27 car. That 27 car is Hunter Hera.
This is a battle for position right here. Hunter in the 5th spot. Logan trying to work himself up to 5th, and we're talking about Logan Manor here, not fast station. We know he wouldn't be passing anybody.
Going on the gopher cam, that ain't actually any old cam just sitting there. That is actually a guy laying on the track, a contractor, if you will. If you want to apply for that job, head over to the Discord, shoot us a message.
Yeah, pay is not great, but you don't get really much benefits either. But nonetheless, it's pretty cool to be out on the track if you can survive.
How many cameramen did we lose Thursday night, Blake?
It was rough, Christian. We were super speedway racing at Talladega, and boy, they just kept hitting them.
Not only did we lose the cameraman, we lost our most prized possession. Blake, the Hutchinson Motorsports TV blimp got shot down by a race car.
Christian,
It
it's
was
too
so
soon.
sad.
Too soon. Nonetheless, though, Logan Manor going side by side, finally able to make the pass. Boy, what a great battle right here. We've been watching for the last couple of laps. Finally gets the pass on the 27 of Herrera. Manor continues to climb up the charts as he's up to 5th.
Look at the beautiful machines on the track tonight. You just watched the pass of a couple good-looking race cars. You have a group right here, too. The 71 is behind the 89 and 96, trying to make something work here. Matthew Elmore in the center of this battle. Heading through the S's, going to see what they could do if he can get around the 96, or will the 71 get around him?
Hey, Christian, this is honestly great racing. 3 cars duking it out, just clean racing. We're not used to seeing this in the stock car world. These guys would have jumped each other by now.
Definitely so. The 71 trying to put his car on the inside there, side by side through that turn. Not going to be able to make it, kicking dirt all up all the track there. Just using every inch of the racetrack and making some more. Heading around this
I believe that was a loop-to-loop turn, Christian.
You know what? It was the Le Mans corner.
They're still duking it out. Marcus Taylor looking to make the pass to the 89. 89 says not so fast, Slug. He continues to pull away as they try to get around the GT3 car. You see the speed difference between the classes as they blow by.
Definitely. So, look at this battle. They touch. There was a door slapper there.
Yeah, a real side slapper once again, Christian. You'll figure it out eventually. But hey, nonetheless, he's shooting it there on the top 71, trying to make the top lane work. Unable to make the pass, but he gets a run off the corner here, down another straightaway into the S's.
Oh, there's going to be contact. 71 off the track, side by side through the S's. This is the most narrow part of the track. It does not work very well.
Yeah,
this is an impressive battle.
And for our fans who are usually watching our oval racing, you really cannot make contact in these cars because if you touch anything, your car would basically jump for the rest of the race. So they really got to drive carefully as these three continue to duke it out as they're coming up on another GT3.
GT3 right there. KC trying to make this another three-car battle again as the 96 kind of drove out of their lives. Look at KC go, making it, forcing his car in there. CK, I'm sorry. KC, Catola in the 88.
But we pop on board here with CK, Casey Catola, whatever you want to call him. We saw him get tangled up earlier with somebody, but he's working through the field here. We know he's got some talent.
Definitely so. That 35 right there, that GT3 car, kind of holding him up here. Oh, man.
Yeah, he is knocking him out of the way. He says, you know what, I'm going to race with these boys.
You know what, the biggest thing is, and you know, a lot of times the faster cars, especially the GTPs, when they come from GT3, it's always a running joke that GT3 cars are out there in the way, and the GT3 drivers say, the GTPs just expect to give them the track. However, the best thing the GT3s can do is just maintain their line and let the GTPs pass them. Be predictable.
Yeah, it's tough because sometimes one might try to pull over, and that's the same time the faster car's making a move, and then it just calls for a bad situation here. But we're keeping our eyes on Owen Prajapati in the second position overall in the GTP class. He is 9 seconds behind the anime fiend, Sam Trotter.
Definitely a pull-away victory so far with only 16 minutes in. Unless something happens, I think Sam Trotter's going to have this entire race in the bag. And Peyton Barfield's already retired. What did he get? I know we saw him go off track, but I didn't see him wreck.
It's been a rough race. I've noticed him pop off the track a handful of times. I don't know why he picked the GTPs. He is an oval racer. There was no reason. He had no business picking the GTPs, but nonetheless. Meanwhile,
iRacing 57.
Yeah, we're watching Michael iRacing here. He's in the third spot, and he's got the second place car right in his sights, right in front of him. So he's going to try to make a move here as we jump back through the field a little bit. Marcus Taylor right now still holding off Casey Catola, CK, for the 9th overall position, which would be 4th overall in LMP2.
Definitely an interesting battle brewing right there.
Christian, and you noticed Tyler Gayhart, he was out front in this LMP2 class, and he spun out there on the first lap. He has worked through the field a bit, but still sitting back in the 7th position in the class as he's trying to work around this GT3 car. Not much of a speed difference in between the two. Not so easy to pass.
Definitely makes it a little more challenging once you catch the GT3 pack. And even more so, the GT3 pack is quite a bit spread out at the moment, so that's not helping matters much. You catch them and then you get by them, and you usually have a few laps to spare, but when they get spread out like this, you're constantly passing slower traffic.
And as we pull up the best lap times here for each driver to kind of show you the difference of speed in the classes, Sam Trotter, your GTP leader, a 150 lap time. LMP2 leader, Sean Atkins, a 155 essentially. So a 5-second difference between the two.
I thought there was only 3 classes, Blake. Why is Sam Trotter's time it is over a second faster? What kind of car is he driving?
I don't know. He must be in some kind of a spaceship out there.
That car, post-race officials will be picking through that car with a fine-tooth comb. It cannot be legal.
Yeah, I think Sam Trotter might have some illegal fuel in there or something as we continue to watch Tyler Gayhart rip it around here in the 7th position for the LMP2. Christian, what else have you noticed here through the field? Maybe is there somebody we haven't talked about that's been impressive?
Impressive. You know, we've kind of the only really impressive has been the battles we've been watching here and there, but keeping an eye out. I've been watching the LMP2 class more. You know, myself. You know, the GTP's all spread out.
One guy I've been watching though, here in the GT3 class in the 4th position right now, Corey Sertoff sitting in the 4th spot. He is in that bad, fast BMW GT3, the best car on the grid.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, Blake had me buy the iRacing GT3 BMW for we were racing Mount Panorama, you know, Bathurst, going to be the 24 or 12, excuse me, the 6-hour race there. We were practicing and he learned it was going to rain. You know what he did? Nope, I'm out. See ya. You know, everyone bought the car just for Blake to participate and he didn't even run.
Yeah, you know, I was willing to try it out. Again, I'm not much of a road racer, but as soon as they said it was guaranteed rain, I said, I'm out. I'm not even wasting my time. But we look through the field here, pulling up the flag. You know, we got mostly Americans. We got a handful of Canadians. And how about Prajapati there in the 2nd position? He's from India, Christian.
Definitely. Is that the first Hutchins Motorsports TV driver from India?
He's got to be, you know, he's in that number 9 Ferrari, it appears, and he is bad fast, even though he's got nothing for Sam Trotter. He's trying to hold down this 2nd position right here in the GTP class.
Gentlemen, you see it here happening live. Hutchins Motorsports TV has gone worldwide racing. You know, this is honestly the, you know, just the #1 broadcasting service in the business.
And you know, Christian, just weeks ago, we had an interview with an iRacer that he got a podium finish, and he was from Santiago, Chile. Mauricio Montenegro, he's in our Thursday night All-American Cup Series. He parked it on the podium, and there is not much of a NASCAR presence in Chile, but Mauricio got the job done, got himself an interview, and he told me it was a lifelong dream come true to be on Hutchinson Motorsports TV, folks.
We got Chile represented on Thursday nights, India represented here on Sunday nights. Don't forget about the Italian on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, they're all over. You know, I believe Alex Buffoli, one of them. He is straight from Italy off the boat. Can't even speak English. But we got Corey Sertoff here sitting in the 4th position. Worldwide racing here, IMSA Series, folks. We're going to take our first break of the night. We are 21 minutes into this thing. While we're gone, you're not going to miss a lap of action, folks, because we're going Hutchinson Motorsports TV side by side, the best side-by-side cam in the business. While we're gone, though, be sure to click the like button on the video, folks. We got plenty watching. Subscribe to the page if you haven't subscribed. What are you waiting for? This is the only place where you can see the world's #1 streaming service in action. We have 4 series every single week at the moment, and we might be adding a 5th here soon. But nonetheless, kick back, relax. We're going to get the music playing, going Hutchinson Motorsports TV side by side. We'll be back in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we had to cut the brakes short there. Nate Orlowski just flipped it here tonight at Sebring. Christian, what did you see there?
Well, let's just watch that replay again and dissect it turn by turn here in the 36. Nate Orlowski coming around the sunset turn there, just loses it hard into the inside wall over a GT3. That looks like the 36 possibly. No, the 36 was crashing, I'm sorry, but, you know, drove right over a GT3 there. Look at that. Bam! Hard into the wall.
Is
oh, my.
Here, Christian, I'm going to take us
35.
through this slowly here as we hop on the Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Right front suspension cam here with Nate Orlowski. He's junk, but here's what happened. He goes through the loop-de-loop turn, into the turn here, gets a little bit sideways, overcorrection, straight into the wall, bam! Airborne and junk.
Let's try to get an in card, that 35 right there. It was the 35. Caleb Olemal. Definitely had a
man.
front row seat to that collision.
Trying to find him here. No, what position is he? Here he is. All right, let's get a little rewind here. Hop on board with the 35 car. He had a good view of it. So here it is. So he's right behind Nate. He's like, all right, Nate's getting a good run here. Good to go. Oh, he's a little sideways there, huh? Overcorrection. Wham! He goes under him. Later, loser. Floors it. He's gone. So we go back live here. We're still clean and green, by the way, folks, because here in IMSA Series Racing, we don't throw yellows. We keep it real, and we race hard as Sam Trotter continues to lead the field. We're going to go back on right now since it was cut short. We'll be back in a moment. Keep subscribing. We're hearing the subscriptions rolling in. We appreciate you, great fans at home. Click the like button, subscribe to the page, drop a comment. Let us know who you think's going to win each class. We'll be back here in a moment once again. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Sebring, and we've had some pit cycle start here. The entire LMP2 class has pit. Looks like none of the GTPs so far, and a good amount of the GT3s have come down as well. Christian, what are you seeing out of these cars? Did you know that the LMP2s, I guess, don't get as good gas mileage?
I didn't know that, but you know, we've watched almost all that class pit, excuse me. We actually have Nate in the chat. We watched him, you know, mid-break. We had to come back real quick because he had that collision with the wall. He said his entire setup decided to reset: base, wheels, pedals. Got it working with 18 seconds to go before the grid. I guess he has time to get it working now because He's junk. 9.5 minutes of damage.
Yeah, well, Nate, you were our first ever IMSA flip here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. It's got to feel good. You will always be known for your great actions here tonight as another subscription comes in. Yo mama, just subscribed. Welcome aboard the new GOAT of Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Yo mama.
My mama or yo mama?
Yo.
Okay. Hi, Mom.
Well, we jump back to the field here in the LMP2 class. Matthew Elmore in the 6th position for the class. And there on the board, you're going to notice the L12 there next to the name. That is the last lap they pit. So you see the GTPs have come down pit road mostly. Looks like Dom Keller. Oh, and he just jumped it live. Oh, my goodness. Well, he's pitting now, Christian.
What happened, Blake? He just drove head on into the wall.
Let's get a little better view here as we rewind it. Hutchinson Motorsports TV replay. I don't know what happened, if he fell asleep behind the wheel or if he was texting and driving, but he's going through the vortex current into the loop-de-loop and the hairpin coming out of the corner. Gets loose there. No, he's just going. Let's see. Late brake action, gets on the gas. Oh, yeah, just turned it too early. He's jumped.
Very unfortunate. Lost that tire nose clip. Has to tow. That's just going to make our leader, Sam Trotter, he has nothing to worry about now.
Well, not that he had anything to worry about before, but Christian, look at that gap right now. He is 30 seconds ahead of second place.
Sam Trotter and SVG are on the same level. I don't even think SVG could beat Sam Trotter.
Yeah, Sam, you might want to give a call to some NASCAR Cup Series teams because nobody can beat SVG on these road courses, but I think you got something for him. He might lap the field here tonight, Christian.
Well, he's definitely on his way of doing that. What a clinic he's putting on here.
Haven't checked in on our GT3 leader here. Let's see what Mr. Lalonde is doing, trying to find him through the field. I don't know, he's going. He's somewhere in there, folks. Nonetheless, Jordan Miller, though, he is running currently in the 11th position for the LMP2s.
Chat is booming tonight.
Alex Lalonde in the 72 car, your race leader in the GT3 class. He is flying right now. 11th second lead on Cody Williams. He's looking to take home this first place finish for the GT3s. And Christian, I was looking at the pit times. I think the GTPs are going to be good on fuel the rest of the way because if you notice, they pit after the 30-minute mark.
Yep, that's going to make it. That's going to be able to make it the whole way there.
Yeah, but looking through the field, our other two classes, they are still going to have to pit one more time, I do believe. But we're watching Lalonde rip it around, trying to hold off, I believe, an LMP2 coming up behind him.
It's not going to be behind him long. He definitely have the speed, unless he's just, that fast. Logan position with his new wheel. Let's turn on. How many carts has he passed so far? Blake, how many positions is he up? Probably two now. There's been two.
I'm sure he's probably been killing it. Let me pull this up here. Logan Festischen. No, Christian, he's up one spot.
Still, so he hasn't actually gained any.
Now, Christian, I got something else for you here. You might not notice this, but do you know who's ahead of Logan Festischen in the overall standings right now?
What is that?
Alex Lalonde in a GT3 car is beating Logan Festischen in his LMP2.
That is something, oh my, Logan, buddy, we're going to have a conversation. Look at that car, though. I mean, I'm not a Ford fan, but that gold chromish color.
Well, it's good looking, and it might be illegal. I don't know what's going on. But all I can tell you, though, Lalonde in the 13th overall position in the slowest class in the field.
That's impressive, honestly. Impressive.
Absolutely. As we continue to look through the field here, we got something else for you. Let's pull up some more driver information. We've got a tab here, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. I spent all day developing this. Here's your HMS TV iRacing board. Looking at the board, Christian, what are you seeing? Who's high, who's low? Looks like Sam Trotter at 2.5K, one of the higher ones in the field, unsurprisingly.
Sam Trotter, putting on a clinic in his track, in his class. Alex Lundy, you know, he's practically the highest in his class. But you know what's the ringer right now is Sean Atkins.
Yeah,
the
Sean
leader
Atkins.
in the LMP2 class.
Yeah,
Sean Atkins,
1.8K. Been a good night for him. He's holding on to the LMP2 lead. I'm not sure he had it before, Christian. Who had that lead before?
Was it Hickman?
You know, I couldn't tell you. You know, it's tough. We're used to watching one race at a time, not three. But all I know now is Sean Atkins is bad fast. He's leading these LMP2s. Let's see how big of a gap he's got.
Oh, whoa. What a move right there in front of our GT3 class leader.
Well, he's trying to lap one of his fellow classmates and almost got jumped.
That would have been, you know, tragic, to say the least.
And then his fellow countryman, Mason Ellis here, currently running in the 11th position. He's in an LMP2 car. He's right in the middle of the field. He's faster than Logan Festician. Look at the light flash.
Not hard.
Christian,
yeah, he's just like, you know.
Now, Christian, here, I'm going to throw this in. You know, I did learn one thing about IMSA Series racing. If you're in a faster car and you're coming up on traffic, you're supposed to continuously flash your lights around until they move out of your way. Is that right?
That is not quite the case. It is supposed to be just a courteous gesture. Hey, I'm back here. I'm going to be passing you. But, you know, oh, we almost had a collision over here in the hairpin turn. 99 of Tyler Gayhart almost got killed.
Mason Ellis, he crashed earlier, just straight off the track. Looks like he just went off the track there, forgot to turn, fell asleep behind the wheel, didn't realize there was a turn coming up. Go straight into the grass, but no damage here. Right back in. Here we go, Christian, looking through the field here. Tyler Gayhart, after his first lap mishap, he was leading the LMP2s. He spun himself out there on the cold tires. Now he's up to 5th here. Let's see if he can continue to climb. Christian, he is about 4 seconds behind the car in front of him. Then another 4 following.
He's definitely got some work to do if, you know, he gets anywhere. A heck of a GT3 battle right there behind him.
As we're checking out the HMS TV paddock here in the chat, folks, if you just tuned in here for the first time ever, Hutchinson Motorsports TV IMSA style racing here tonight at Sebring. This is a milestone task you're watching here for the first time ever. We are turning right and left, not in a stock car. Be sure, though, folks, click that like button on the page. Subscribe here to Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Check out our description. We've got a lot of great info in there. The main thing we want to point out, our Discord channel. Be sure to join. Lots of good information on there. If you're interested in joining this series or any of our other series, you want to try out oval racing or you want to try out IMSA racing, we got plenty of series for you to choose from. You can join straight from our Discord. Head on over there. We'll see you there.
Definitely an entertaining space to be. We actually got some events coming up, don't we, Blake?
Yeah, you know, folks, we are looking for entries August 17th, which is just a week from tonight. We're trying to do an event at the Slinger Figure 8 track in the Lucas Oil Pro 2 lights. And, you know, signups are kind of low, folks. If we don't get more signups soon, we might just have to postpone the event.
That would be, you know, honestly a disappointment. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is a lot of, you know, contactless racers here in the IMSA series, but, you know, sometimes you just got to let your aggression out.
Yeah, it's great racing. We have damage off. So no damage out there. Everybody's just junking each other in the figure 8 class. It's only a $5 entry. $50 goes to the winner with a $10 bonus to whoever has the most incidents. But folks, it's only in a week here. Signups are kind of low for some reason, even though both of our events so far have been real killers. They've been great events. For some reason, this month a little bit slow, so we're gonna need some signups quick, or we're gonna have to pull the plug on it. But we jump back out front here. Christian Prajapati.
14 of Logan Maynard is around on the track.
Let's see what happens.
Just spun it, self-spin it looked like.
Got it rolling again here. Here we go. Here's a replay. Just gets too much dirt there.
Oh, a little bit of contact. Doesn't keep it off the wall.
Yeah, so he's going to have some damage here. He does back up, thankfully. You know, a lot of guys would have just kept it floored, turned right, and pulled out right in front of their competition. But thankfully, Logan Manor was able to stay off, and he still is 6th even after that incident.
Logan Manor showing some racing manners there, you know, rejoining the track the proper way as Mason Ellis is taking a detour off the track, you know, just driving into the grass. says Sebring doesn't keep track of their landscape enough. He's going to cut the grass with him.
Yes, sir. Manor trying to rip this thing around as we look through the field here. Let's jump back out front here. Sam Trotter, your overall leader, out front by 3.2 seconds on second place, Michael iRacing.
Definitely. So, you know, this battle for the GTP is the closest battle on the track. Michael definitely has a shot on catching Sam Trotter. I promise you that.
Yeah, just a little bit of work. Needs to gain about 2 seconds every lap, and he'll be good to go.
Definitely. So we just started our 39th minute. We are approaching our 20 minutes to go. Stay up there here in 50 seconds.
Yeah, coming up here. You know, this race going by quickly. We're over well halfway done for the first time ever. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We're here at Sebring with the Motor City Racing Series.
Big crash. Jordan Miller involved. Sorry to interrupt you there, Blake.
Well, here it is.
That's not. Nope. Just gets destroyed.
He just parked it going into the corner there. I mean, he got destroyed, but it seems like he just kind of stopped there. Not sure what was going on. Let's hop on board, see if we can get a little better view here with the 8 car of Jordan Miller, the Hutchinson Motorsports TV cockpit view. Jordan Miller here as we play. Going down the vortex straight into the loop-de-loop curve onto the left. Sharp turn. Oh, he just got sideways.
Yep, and he gets just killed from behind.
Not sure who got into him, but let's go back live here as we're into the 40th minute here tonight. Eric Jeffrey rolling around currently in the 11th position with the GT3s.
We got to check on Marcus Taylor. He has so many fans in the chat right now. Yo Mama and Theo Knight are huge Marcus Taylor fans.
Well, I'm trying to
He's in
find
the
him
14th
here.
position.
Taylor, where is he at? In what class?
LMB2.
They're only sorted by overall position, so give me a moment. Here's Marcus Taylor right now. He is a field filler tonight, if you even want to call him that. He is a lap down, and he's right on cue.
Look at that. Look at him go. That car is lightning fast here. Definitely one of the front runners. Let's watch him go around this turn. Here, he's going to keep it on the track in the corner X. He does. Head to the S's now. Marcus Taylor.
Christian, you just call him the front runner. He's running 14th out of 16 cars.
No, that's the way you do it. This is golf. You know, the lowest score wins, right?
Well, it's honestly the higher score here, but nonetheless, we jump around Alex Lalonde, still your GT3 class leader. His race lead up to 14.2 seconds in the class as he's trying to hold off at LMB2, sneaking up behind him. Now, Christian, let's stay on board here with your GT3 leader. See how he logs this lap around so all you fans at home can know how to rip around this track. If you need to drive a GT3 car, take some notes. Grab your notepad, get a pen, because we're on board with the GT3 leader, Alex Lalonde. Christian takes round 2.
He is taking turn 1 and again the bend there. This is a turn you have to be really careful on, making sure you don't get juiced too fast there. Through the S's, this is turns 2 through 5. Watch that, those rumble strips, that will, you know, send you off your line and straight into those tire barrels, honestly. Now we're going to go around turn 6, the big bend. After the big bend is a slight straightaway here from turn 6 to 7, which is the hairpin turn. Hard on the brakes, tight hairpin, hard right-hander, followed by an immediate left-hander. Don't get too comfortable because you have a sweeping turn here. Turn 8. Fangio 8 into 9, practically, you know, in the GTP full throttle, not so much in the GT3. Hard on the brakes again for the Cunningham. Turn 10, gonna be a left-hander. The turn 11, a Collier, followed by 12 and 13. They call that the tower. Heading down what I would deem the backstretch. Doesn't really have a name out of turn 13 until it gets into turn 14, which is the Bishop. This is a long, sweeping left-hander. You know, honestly, you can go full throttle all the way through this turn, then hard onto the brakes into the 15. You have this left-hander here. This is called the Le Mans corner. After the Le Mans corner, you go down the Ullman Straight. That was turn 16. We are getting close, though. This is turn 17 ahead of us right now. The Sunset Bend, and finally, the final turn of this track.
Beautifully done, Christian, ripping around a whole lap with your GT3 race leader, Alex Lalonde, in that beautiful Ford Mustang. Continue to lead this pack here. 15.5-second lead for him. Let's take a look here at the LMP2 class. Haven't had much coverage of them. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what the best battle on the track is. Looks like we got one right here.
Look at a side-by-side race of the 26. John Hesta battling the 97. It's around him. No, he's still behind him. Michael Hickman is putting on a show right here.
John Espada out of Millennium Motorsports, currently running in the 7th spot. He's trying to find a way around that 97 car of Michael Hickman. Boy, that might be the best looking 97 car I've ever seen on iRacing.
Definitely is, you know, impeccable. You know, 97, usually a slow number, not the night. Michael Hickman putting the 97 to the work.
You know, Christian, tomorrow
look
night,
at the 9.
There's a league I watch sometimes called Gears Racing League. There's a guy that's number 97 in that league. Normally he's in the back. But I tell you what, though, Michael Hickman making that number look pretty good here tonight as he's rolling in the 6th spot.
Definitely so. You see that GT3 trying to poke his nose into battle right there. As that GT3 just parks it and says, I don't want none. I don't want the smoke.
Yeah, he just lets them by, says, you boys are battling too hard for me. I am done, out of the way, lets them by. But they continue to duke it out as we jump through the field. Logan Festchisian, you know, Christian, I will give him credit. I thought he would have jumped him by now.
You know, he's been going around the track, making sure the grass is cut on both sides. He's the lawnmower.
You know, Christian, we know our streams are majorly delayed, you know, probably 30 seconds or so. But Logan, if you're listening while you're racing, flash your lights for us sometime. You got to flash them continuously, though, because we don't know if we'll be in front of you when you do it. So give them some little bit of time here as we continue to watch Logan Festchisian rip it around the track. Give us some light flashing down the straightaway coming up here as the 77 Festchisian continues to run in the 10th position.
I don't think he's watching, Blake.
Well, give him some time. I tell you what, we got a major delay here as he continues to rip it around. Still not flashing his lights, you know. I tell you what, I think he's listening. He just doesn't know how to flash it.
He can't find the switch,
we got one
right?
off the track.
What?
Logan Manor, I think.
Let's watch here. Logan Manor just flying around the turns here. This gets loose. Hard into the wall there. Oh, and it goes over. Logan Manor, that car is junk.
Oh my goodness, Logan, you're supposed to turn right, not left, as he gets through the corner here. Take a look. He said, all right, I'm turning left, boys. See ya.
You know, he slid for a mile, still flipped it. You know, a very realistic reaction to that wall. Logan Manor, the 14 car from the United States, is going back home.
Well, Logan, you almost made it. You're 47 minutes in, but you couldn't get to the finish as Sam Trotter continues to lead this overall race. He is out front. Sam Trotter, the big anime fan, 35-second lead on Michael Iverson.
So Marcus Taylor fans in the chat. He has the biggest fan base in iRacing. 100% confirmed, guaranteed. I did the poll.
Yeah, Marcus Taylor, let's see. You know, he's struggling here tonight. I'm not going to lie, Christian. But right now, he's in the 14th position. And you know, the guy that just junked it is still ahead of Marcus right now somehow.
You know, that's something there.
Marcus, he is in 29th overall right now, Christian. But there are 3 cars that are down pit road. I think junked in front of him. So he's going to gain a few spots here. So all you Marcus Taylor fans in the chat, stand up, put a W in the chat. Marcus Taylor is making up some ground if they keep junking it.
Go, Marcus. Go, Marcus.
Well, we check in the Hutchinson Motorsports TV paddock, which is also the chat here, folks. If you're just tuning in for the first time ever, IMSA style racing. We're pulling out the paddock term because I don't really even know what it means. I think it means a hangout area. We don't know, but it sounds cool. Nonetheless, we got a car warming his tires up.
Is he bored? That's Marcus. No, that ain't Marcus. That was
Nate
Jordan Miller.
It was Nate Berjanowski.
You know, we apologize once again for the names. He's just
I
out
don't
there having a good
apologize
old
at all,
time.
Nate. I don't apologize at all. I know nobody knows how to say that name.
You know, Blake, we're gonna have to get some name lessons between the two of us because I need some English lessons. Period.
Absolutely. And look at this battle here, Christian. Look out! He jumped him. Oh my goodness, that's the 71 Christian of Marcus Taylor just junked him. Says, "Get out of the way, loser. I'm going to the front."
You saw it there live. Marcus Taylor fans, he shot it 3 wide into the S's. Ladies and gentlemen, what was he doing? What was he thinking? Look at this booth just to the outside here. Stuffs his nose in where it doesn't belong.
Oh,
and the 93 has to pay for it.
Now, Christian,
oh my.
These Marcus Taylor fans, after seeing that incident, you know that Homer Simpson meme or GIF where he sneaks back into the bushes? I think that's what our Marcus Taylor fans are doing right now.
This is cutting the grass. No, they are not. No, they are. The crowd just went wild. They love Marcus Taylor even in these kinds of moments. Here's the onboard cam. Just wham!
Christian,
Oh man,
that might have been intentional.
It might be. He kind of turned right there, didn't he? It was a left-hand turn. He turned right.
I don't know. All I know is he's junk right now. As Sean Adkins is sitting in the second spot in his class, and Tyler Gayhart's your race leader now for the LMP2s. Not sure if that's a pit strategy deal or if somehow he's getting it over. I'm guessing pit strategy.
Definitely so. And I see Logan position. We mentioned that the GT3 class leader was ahead of him. He has actually passed him on the overall standings. Logan's position up to 10th overall. Would you have guessed that?
Well, I'm looking at the pit strategy board. The last lap they pit, we see Gayhart there, pit last on lap 13. So Sean Adkins is in second, but he is good to go the rest of the way as Gayhart's going to need to pit. So Adkins going to take over that race lead eventually again.
Definitely so. Going to be an interesting finish to this race. We only have 10 minutes to go. Ladies and gentlemen, this was your Hutchinson Motorsports TV. 10 minutes to go. Brought to you by Hutchinson Motorsports TV. And don't forget who made this tonight possible. One more time. I'm going to mention it. We mentioned it at the beginning. I'm going to mention it now. Just want to say a huge thanks to QT, a founding member of MCR. Broadcast was made possible tonight thanks to his donation. QT, again, the GOAT. Thank you.
Christian, I've been doing some studying here in the back here, and I've been feeling a little bit bad for Nate there in the number, I don't know, he's in 14th. His name, I've done some studying, and I think it's pronounced Rowitz. Rowitz. That's probably wrong, but hey, it's closer than what we had before. So Michael IRACing still sitting in the second spot.
Let me guess, your studying included chatgpt.com. How do you pronounce this copy and paste today?
Just closed it.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Blake Hutchinson, the Chat GPT GOAT.
And I'm talking about GOATs, Corey Sertoff. He's not one of them, but he's sitting in the 4th spot with the GT3 class.
Look at him go. Corey Sertoff getting passed by that LMP2. It might be a GTP. I really can't tell them apart, ladies and gentlemen.
Some of them look pretty similar, honestly.
Definitely so.
Boy, and a big shout out once again to these fans in the chat, folks. Be sure to click the like button on the video, subscribe to the page, Hutchinson Motorsports TV, IMSA style racing. We just got about 7.5 minutes left here tonight. Christian, let's take one last short break before we come back to the conclusion of tonight.
Alrighty, 7 to go. Let's go to break.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here to the finish. Just about 4 minutes left to go right now. Christian, we are watching Ian Drennan right now running in the 3rd position in the LMP2 class. Good talk here, Christian. Nonetheless, Ian Drennan cruising around in the 96 car, and Christian is back.
Yeah, my mic was muted. Ladies and gentlemen, my little button there, I dropped the crumb on it. Couldn't see the little light. Nonetheless, Michael Ford on screen at the 23. Running 7th in the GT3 car class right now. 32 seconds behind Hunter Hera.
That's Michael Ford in the 7th spot here, cruising good, and it looks like your leader of the GT3 class, Alex Lalonde, still out front. Got a 21-second gap, almost 22 on the 2nd place car for the class.
Definitely so. On fire.
Well, we haven't had a lot of TV time for Mr. Sean Atkins out front here in the LMP2 class. Been a clean night for him. He's got a 13-second gap. He is about to park this car in victory lane for the LMP2 class.
Definitely so. Putting on a clinic here tonight. Basically 13 seconds. You might as well say 13-second lead. Definitely has been a missile. Kind of like all 3 of classes. You know, the GTP class is the biggest gap as he's got a... If our scoreboard, if I'm reading that scoreboard right, is he a whole lap ahead of everybody in the GTP class?
I'm seeing a minute. He is a minute ahead. Or Sam Trotter in the GCP class up a minute. But right now, though, we're watching CK, Casey Catola. He was involved in an incident earlier. He has worked himself up to the 4th position. Looks like 3rd is just about a second or so ahead of him.
Definitely so. We're coming now 2.5 minutes to go. Once the 2.5 minute mark drops, next time the leader passes the line will be your white flag lap. Followed by that, the Hutchins Road. Oh, we got a collision.
Oh, big wreck.
Jordan Miller around 7 laps down, he's wrecking.
Jordan Miller here in the 8 car. He's got his probably his teammate right behind him. The identical paint scheme. So let's see what happens. Oh, he just loops it right in front of him. Well, not much damage there for the car behind him, but unfortunately, it's been a rough night here for Mr. Jordan Miller.
Let's check on Puddles, running in the 9th position.
Here he is, Christian. Here's Puddles, fan favorite right now in the 7th car.
That was the teammate.
Oh, there he is.
That was the teammate, wasn't it?
Sitting in the 9th spot here. Hey, he's been in the mid-pack at least. Puddles, fan favorite.
Definitely so. Puddles, what is his name? We don't know. If you ask him, he'll simply turn his nose up to you and go, and walk away.
Yeah, he acts British to me. You know, he is a big fan of the paddock hangouts.
Definitely so. Look at this shot. Cameraman laying on the track right now, bringing you the best views in the business.
Boy, good-looking views here through the S's. Let's change it up, jump around through the field here. Going down the Hutchinson Motorsports TV backstretch into the Hutchinson S's.
Your names are just beautiful, Blake.
Yeah, you know, these track names, it took me a while to learn them, but I finally got them down like the back of my hand. I am a big IMSA-style fan, and here's the best shot of the game. Boy, folks, if you didn't know, we have a cameraman right there. That is not a stationary camera. We have somebody holding a camera right up against the rumble strips.
That's actually the 3rd guy of the night, Blake, by the way. We got a report. 3 cameramen have, we're going to say quit. No, they quit. Yeah, quit. That's what we're going to say.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Technically, usually what we do here, we fire them before the funeral happens. So that way, it's really not our liability.
So Sam Trotter, though, a minute ahead of everybody else.
He's being patient here with that GT3 car. He knows all they need to not junk it. And I get to park in victory lane. And Christian, next time he crosses the line, that's going to be the finish. Is that right?
Definitely so. That will be the case. No, it'll be the white flag. He should be taking the white flag as soon as he crosses the line this time. You know, he's actually narrowing towards the end of the race here. Excuse me. I can't talk. Near the end of the course, which would be your white flag.
Yeah, Sam Trotter, he's dominated this race the whole time, and as you can see, he's over a minute ahead of second right now. Not many cars in the GTPs, but I tell you what, it doesn't matter who would have signed up. We could have had you know, the old Michael Schumacher back in his heyday do this, Max Verstappen, and we know Kyle Larson wouldn't have done anything because that guy can't even run in his own sport.
Can't keep it on the, straight and narrow. Finished multiple laps down today after some equipment issues.
Yeah, they say he's the best in the world, but I think that argument is toast.
Sam Trotter heading around the sunset curve there. Should be taking the white flag in the air. It might. Was it?
That was a checkered flag. Race is over, folks. Sam Trotter is your winner here tonight. Christian lied to me. I had a feeling it was a checkered, but he lied. He told us it was going to be the white flag. It wasn't.
Definitely so. I've never claimed to be the GOAT.
And we still got a bunch of cars here trying to get to that finish line here, jumping around the field. CK, Casey Catola, currently running in the 4th spot. Looks like he's got a run here on somebody in front of him.
For the final time, making that grip right there. Last lap pass, is it going to happen? No. Oh, right at the line. Did he get him? He did. Finishes 3rd.
He did. Wow, what a finish there. Casey Catola passes Michael Hickman by 1/100th of a second. Can you believe that? Well, you don't ever see finishes like that here in these races. Normally, people are about 2 seconds off of each other. But we had a side-by-side finish here with CK Casey Catola. Let's rewind it one more time here. Get a little better view of this finish. Here we go. Let's really see a good angle here, so we're just gonna have to stick. There it is. Bam! Crossing the line side by side. Casey Catola, CK, after being involved in an early wreck, puts himself on the podium for his class. But Christian, do you see the 3 winners of the classes in a chat?
Right now, the only one I see is our LMP2 winner. We're gonna get him in here. Give me just a second. But ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the chat and you won your class, please join the IMSA voice chat. We'll get you up here in the booth. But Blake, are we ready for Sean Atkins there?
Yeah, go ahead and get him in.
Sean, this is Blake and Christian up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's up?
Welcome to the first Hutchinson Motorsports TV broadcast here. How do you feel tonight after your class win there in the LMP2s?
Oh man, that was good. It's a lot of fun. That's I think my first league race win. So a lot of fun. Got to do it with my buddies, and yeah, man, just a bunch of fun. I appreciate these guys putting this league together, and yeah, it was great.
Definitely, if this was your first win, you definitely put on a clinic. 9.5 seconds. Blake, what you got for her? Our LMP2 winner here.
Not much. Sean, you were just out front the whole time, kind of dominated the class after an early incident. Tyler Gayhart turned it around early on the race, but you dominated after that point. How much experience do you have in these LMP2 cars?
This is my 2nd race in the LMPs.
Oh.
I did the 6-hour Road America a few weeks ago, and decided to hop in these things for this race, and might be doing more races in this thing. It was a lot of fun.
I mean, I'd imagine after parking it in Victory Lane, and you had a pretty stout class there. I believe 16, 17 cars in your class. But hey, congratulations on your big win here with the Motor City Racing Series. First time ever Hutchinson Motorsports TV doing some IMSA style racing. Other than telling our fans that they need to subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV, what do you got?
I just want to say, thanks to the, MCR guys, and just, yeah, a lot of fun. Thank you guys for broadcasting it, and I would definitely go back and, watch the whole thing over and, see how much fun it was on y'all's point of view.
Well, absolutely. Well, congratulations here. Sean got the job done. Parked it in Victory Lane for the LMP2 class here at Sebring on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We'll send you down to celebrate with your team.
Representing the MHR 1-1, Sean. Let's go.
MHR, baby. Let's go. Metalhead Racing on top.
All right, well done. I think in the chat here we have our GT3 winner, Alex. How'd the car feel?
Oh, car felt great. Struggle with the setup a little bit here with the track being super hot and couldn't rely on the usual setup shops because we haven't ran the officials since the changes. But we got it together and felt nice.
Yeah, Christian, what do you got for our GT3 winner, Alex Lalonde out of Canada in that bad fast Ford Mustang?
Not, just congratulations on your win here. Put on a clinic tonight. You got any shout outs for the fans at home?
Yeah, shout out MCR, beautiful league. We want to see more people out here. Let's get some more competition. Need a lot of GTPs, and always happy to have more GT3s and LMP2s. Shout out MHR, the guys that I race with there. We run a lot of endurance events together, and it's a great time. Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, well, thank you for coming out here, dominate and win here tonight. Really, nobody had anything for you. We'll send you down to celebrate with your teammate who won in the LMP2 class. Congrats, Sean. Or Alex, sorry.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
There's Alex Lalandi, your GT3 winner. And Christian, are you seeing Sam Trotter, who dominated this race from the start?
I am. I have your GTP winner right now, Sam Trotter. How are you feeling tonight? Race win here in Motor City Racing.
Very, very tired. I got off work and decided to hop in the car.
Well,
But
definitely a
Very nice.
great decision as you put on a clinic tonight, winning by over a minute. Definitely didn't give the field any shot. Definitely, Blake, you got anything for our race winner here?
Well, not too much, Sam. Rumor is the only thing you like more than racing these GTP cars is watching anime. Is that true?
well, yes. Let's say that it is one of my many hobbies that I do enjoy.
All right. Well, hey, congratulations. Dominating overall victory and the GTP winner. Unfortunately, not a ton of cars in the GTP class, but you definitely put on a clinic enough where it might have not mattered how many we had. But hopefully we got some fans out there that want to join and run this class here, get some more competition for you. You got anything for these fans at home before you head out?
Yeah, no, it's really fun. Granted, yeah, the GTP class is very, very small compared to the other two, as you could probably tell if you watch the entire race. But it can be fun when we got a much bigger field running in these faster classes. It could be real tight racing. But I very much enjoyed it and tried my best to keep myself ahead. Unfortunately, Miguel, who also I believe he's leading this league. Yeah, unfortunately, he couldn't show up. We would have had some awesome battling if he was here with us.
Well, that's unfortunate he couldn't make it out, but we hope to see him in the future. But nonetheless, congratulations for the first time ever, Hutchinson Motorsports TV putting on IMSA style racing, and you'll always be known as the first winner. How's it feel?
It feels nice. It's I'm telling you, if you guys were here earlier, it was 2 races. I could have been up there, but it's a multi-class. It's always fun. It's always pushes your mental. Always try to find out where you can be patient, where you can push forward and go ahead of them. But it's fun stuff. I really recommend anyone out there trying it. And of course, before I go, congrats to the other 2 classes in LP2 and GT3.
All right. Well, hey, great job out there. Sam got the job done. We appreciate you coming out here, doing a quick little interview, and we hope to be hearing from you in the future more.
Absolutely. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, go on.
You too. There's your overall race winner and GTP class winner. Folks, you might have noticed the screen went black. For some reason, they shut the session down quick here. It shut it down for us. But nonetheless, we are done here tonight for the first time ever. Hutchinson Motorsports TV IMSA style racing. The Sebring race with the Motor City Racing League is over. Christian, what were your thoughts on it?
Just an exciting race. Even though we had 3 classes that were all a breakaway victory, down to the last lap, we had the last lap pass. CK in his respected class, wanted the podium in that class and made it happen. Literally, I can't even say last lap, last straightaway, last breath, made it happen. Exciting race from second one to the end of the hour. Beautiful racing here at Sebring.
Yeah, we had side-by-side action. Pretty clean racing. Really only like couple of tangle ups between cars. Most of the wrecks were just kind of single car spins, but hard racing, not a lot of room here, but they made it work. The MCR series, folks, if you're interested in joining, check out our description here in the video. You can join our Discord and we will link you over to where you need to be. But nonetheless, we appreciate you tuning in here, spending your Sunday night for the first time ever on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We'll be back here Tuesday night with the Stars and Stripes series. Then we'll be back again Wednesday, Superstar Arca West. Thursday, going to be the All-American Cup series. Going to be a good week of action. The only way to stay caught up in it, folks, is to subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV. So click that subscribe button before you forget. Drop a comment before you head out. Click the like button, all that good stuff. Signing out here for the evening. Christian Taylor in the booth here with Blake Hutchinson. We appreciate you as always. Till next time. Later. Toward each other, Richter Johnson! Checkered flag in the air! Scott Richter wins it!
Oh, and there he goes. Hard into the inside wall. Hibbs is involved. Tyler Whittemore. He's in the middle of the track. Oh, he's going to get sparked again.
He's jumped! LaFrance shows him blocking his turn! Rosenberg takes the lead. They're all junking it! The entire field is jumped! Oh, and Andy Checkered Johnson! Oh, and he gets collected!
Oh, he goes around 78. Oh, hard into the pit wall. He's dead. He is dead.
Clear out of 3 and 4 for the final time. Matthew wins his first race back. Missed last week, but here he is taking the checkered flag.